Okay, so here's the worksheet that you guys are going to fill out for the glazing, okay? And once you fill this out, and I'm going to be over here actually by the buffing wheels and the glaze sample, so I'll be there to kind of help you make decisions or just be there to ask questions to me if you have any. But what we're going to do is you're going to fill this out, turn it into me, and I'm going to hold on to these for you guys throughout the glazing process, so that way we don't lose them. Losing these would be a bad thing. So if you look up here at the top, it says you're going to layer your glaze colors to create a custom look to your project. This will also create interesting variation in your color in the textured areas. To create a cohesive look between the interior and exterior areas of your piece, you're going to either drip your exterior color at the top of your interior area or vice versa. We'll kind of talk about that later actually when I'm actually physically showing you guys how to glaze these. Really all that you need to do is you need to figure out what do you want on the inside and what do you want on the inside of your project. Okay. There are some warnings on some of these colors. We are not currently using any sandbar. I don't think we have sandbar, and I don't think we have freckled brown this year. So the only color that's listed here on the warning is the amber. And we are only using that color as an inside color, so we don't really have to worry about it running too much, because if it does run, it will run on the inside of the project and not cause runoff on the outside of your project and then adhere to the kiln shelves when it gets fired. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to come up over to the counter and you're going to look at all those samples. What I would do is I would pick what you want for your exterior first, because that is, after all, what you're going to see the most of. I've got, again, 8 different samples over there, so pick them up, look at them. I've got one here in my hands. Look at what it looks like here in the textured areas, and then also, too, turn it around and see what it looks like on the smooth side, because a lot of you guys still have areas that are smooth. But that's where you're going to see all the different color variations. Now, even though we have a sample of this, there's never really a guarantee that this is exactly what you're going to get once it is fired. You might find, like if I get this fired, I might find that maybe more of the green is showing up than the brown. And there's really no way to predict that. You're kind of going in with just a best guess. So this is our best guess of what it's going to look like. It's going to be a big surprise when it actually gets fired. Okay? So this is what I chose for the outside. If you turn it around, you'll look that there are colors listed here. Okay? I don't have the lock on there. There we go. So here's the list of the colors. So on this particular test tile, there are 3 different colors that were used. So there's Aztec, turquoise, transparent pearl, and metallic brown. They are listed in the order that they were actually applied. Okay? So the first color was the first color listed is the first color that was painted on. That is very important. If you do paint these colors out of order, again, you're not going to get this result. Believe it or not, it does make a difference. Okay? So what I'm going to do, since this is what I have selected, I am going to write my first color right here for first layer under this. So my first color is Aztec turquoise, and I'm just going to list it right there. Okay? The second color listed there is a color called transparent pearl, and they've just abbreviated it. So I'm going to just keep that the way it is. And the third and last color that's listed there is metallic brown, which is also a color option for the inside of your project. Now this area over here, we will check mark that when we actually paint it on. Okay, so we haven't done that yet. Now here's the other thing too. Now this is important to check this off as we paint it on, because these colors, when you look at them in the jars, don't necessarily represent these colors. This could be completely pink, but when it's fired, it looks like something different. Okay, so again, checking these off after we have painted them on is going to be very helpful. So now that I've done that, I selected for my inside color metallic brown, okay, which is actually the last color that I have on this tile. So I'm going to have metallic brown on the inside. I really like metallic brown a lot, and it's kind of hard to see on the screen, but it does get a lot of really cool variation, and it blends and mixes well with other colors. So that's going to be my interior color, metallic brown. And again, I'm not going to check that off yet until after I've actually painted it. So after you get that filled out, okay, All you need to do is put your name and class period on there, and then you'll turn it in to me. My hope is that you guys can get this worksheet filled out before we leave for Thanksgiving break, okay? So if it doesn't happen today, it has to happen in the next 2 days, okay? So that's it. That's how you do that.